Hello everyone. Today, Azuki at OpenSea is trending #1 in volume, so that's what we're going to talk about. You'll see right here. Yep, floor is 16.9 ETH. They've done about 6,000 ETH of volume, which is quite a lot. Yeah, and their activity is up today as well. So all the numbers here are trending upwards from a couple of days ago when they really dropped. I can't believe, I think their floor was actually around 9. So if you actually did buy Azuki at the very bottom, now you're up by almost 100%, I think. I'm just going to double check my information here to make sure that that's right. Because I did post about it a couple of days ago. I posted about it here I'm just referring to another document, so you can't really see it right now, but May 12th, May 11th, May 10th. Why people are dropping, why people are pissed off at Azuki. Yeah, look at that. At the time of this video, Azuki is currently dropping with a floor of 8.5 ETH, or 19,500. So if you spent $19,500 a couple of days ago, now you have like $40,000. I can't believe it. This market is crazy. All right, so where are we at here? So you've got, I was just checking it out, and I literally, let's check out Azuki here. So Azuki has literally not posted anything. You've got the beans on May 5th. You've got Zagabond's, his explanation on the 10th. Today is the 13th. 3 days later, no new posts from Azuki. Right? There's nothing on Zagabond. So, yeah, nothing since May 10th. So I'm really not sure what's going on here. Except for the increased volume. Who are these people? Cuban N to Zalmay. They're just bumping up the price. They're raising the floor. Are these all wash trades? I don't think so, but who's Anthony? Like, who the heck? So this guy has some Azukis. He's got some other information here. Hold on. Just checking the live stream out. He's got some deeds for something. Wolf game. He's got an MFer. Okay. He's got Anthony. He's got a 5-digit ENS. Those are pretty valuable. Okay, so this is a real person. What else is happening here? Here's Suzuki. This one's owned by Elon Cohen Vault. This guy has quite a few. Or no, he only has one Azuki, and he's got a beans, and he's got a Murakami flower. What else does he have? Oh, he's got a Paxson Ghost Division. That's pretty valuable too. He's got an RTFKT. I don't know how to say that. Elon Cohen. What else does he have? That's about it. So these are all sent to his vault, meaning that he's not going to touch them for a while, I'm assuming. Okay. What the heck is going on here? So the question is why is Azuki trending up? Because in my last video, I called out Zagabond and I was like, this project is not going to do well because there's no doxing and because Zagabond is not going to leave the project pretty much, and for it to succeed and for it to regain trust, he needs to go, but he didn't go. And so what's going on here? I don't know. There has to be something happening in the Discord, I would think. I'm not part of the Discord, unfortunately, so I can't see what's going on, but let me try it again. What the heck? Suzuki. See, when I try to verify by clicking the flower, nothing happens. I'm not sure if I need to actually hold one of them. Usually not. There's usually the other bot that will confirm that you actually have the NFT. Anyway, so I don't know what's happening here. Let me see if there's any significant Azuki holders that I can figure out. Let me just search for Azuki, see if there's any information. I swear I'm done. Okay, that was May 12th. Let me see latest posts here. Whale sale. Monitors. That's not very informational. T-Whale guy. A little bit of one. Okay, so what is this? This is probably like what's causing the, okay. Holders believing that that the Zagabond FUD was fake news, or do you believe that his apology and actions resolved the issue, or it doesn't matter because Azuki has been executed perfectly thus far and their roadmap is solid? This guy says a little bit of one. The claims are false and exaggerated. 2, given one, I don't know what other repercussions would even be made. But mostly 3, the Azuki team is bigger than Zag, and their dedication is apparent. Do I buy that? I guess so. Is it exaggerated? No, I don't think it is exaggerated. Let's take a minute to discuss Azuki Zagabond. And what we can do about the situation moving forward. I've seen a lot of takes, both from Azuki holders and not, that I quite simply don't agree with. First things first, let's tackle the large point of contention. Is Zagabond a scammer? The answer is unequivocally yes. I've seen arguments to the contrary from prior projects were so clearly worthless that investors who lost can't blame him too. He tried his best. Both completely ignore the important facts. He created new identities for each because if he hadn't, nobody would have given him a shot. After abandoning a project, he returned from the dead to turn royalties on for LR. 4, he handed projects to the community but kept contract ownership, deleted socials, and that's quite likely that Azuki was built using the funds raised from working on the other projects. That's true. So he is a scammer. What can be done? If Azuki goes to 0, are we unnecessarily burning 5,000 plus holders? Yeah. To spite a single creator, yeah, we are. We're in a lose-lose situation here. Either we scorn thousands or we continue to monetarily support a serial scammer. 6, and set the precedent that it's okay to scam as long as you make people money. I'm not saying that Azuki holders deserve to lose it all, but they should be aware that for the time being, every trade puts more money into the pockets of someone that IMO we should not be supporting. What are the alternatives? In my opinion, one way or the other, ownership of the project should change hands. It's exactly what I said. This can be done peacefully or it can be done by force. I don't know how. Okay, let's keep going. The peaceful option Zagabon offers to hand the contract over to a trusted community member, right? Not another Azuki team member, but someone like Kobe or another person that we can reasonably assume has no affiliation with Zagabond. Verse 9, the forceful option, wrap the Azukis. Deposit your Azuki to a wrapper contract. Receive a new NFT with the same token URI. It requires coordination, but if done right, the message sent would be unmistakable. Creators are accountable to their community. Fees can be set to 0. They can be directed to new community-appointed leadership. Consider it hostile takeover till we step and make a change. To our own behavior, our community will continue to be taken advantage of. Be better, be the difference. I agree with what he's saying in large, but I don't think that there's enough coordination available to do the forceful option, and I don't believe, like I said before, that Zagabond is going to hand it over unless it actually starts to drop, in which case it doesn't even matter. So neither of these is going to work. It's going to be up to the community. This is what I should be talking about. It's going to be up to the community itself to determine the fate of Azuki. At this point, I don't know what... let me duplicate this tab and go back. At this point, I don't see any... I mean, you can clearly see that there's a bounce, a huge bounce, 100% bounce, and they don't even care. And that's pretty sad to say. It's the whole team that needs to go. Okay, so that's a very prominent thread. That's a good one. I'm going to talk about that. Here, you've got... Did not know that Kobe offered to buy Azuki. Me neither. Did he really? I don't know. This is crypto by the Luna. Funny. So like the Azuki situation, no one can become better when someone screws up. There's no way to come back. Would everyone prefer the downfall of Azuki so that everyone can lose their money too? I mean, I think the current situation, it's going to resolve itself. What he's asking for and what I've asked for, I mean, what we're basically saying is that it's not a very good investment in the long run. Yeah. Comeback story will be legendary. The problem is, like he said, you can't support a scammer like this. And I know that there's a really large team around it, but as long as he's part of it, there's still going to be... Like, his morals aren't aligned completely with how this project or company should be run. And that's the issue. It's like if your morals are clouded, then you will not. You will hire people. You will bring on people to the team that also share your similar morals, even though you might be subconsciously doing it and are not trying to do it as well. I'd want Kobe leading. Okay, so there's enough Kobe talk. Let me see what he says, if there's anything there. Kobe. Is this the same one? Yeah. No, this isn't the same one. Isn't it Colby? No. What the heck? Is that him? This is so weak. That's not him. Yeah, exactly. Azuki just flipped doodles. This is space for real. Colby. Why am I not following Colby? You know what's really good to do here? Use Google, because Google search is much better than Twitter search. Yeah, I guess this is him. What am I talking about? Okay, Kobe. So let's go back here. Kobe. So let's see if there's any mention whatsoever about Azuki here. Because, I mean, these just could be rumors that he offered to buy it. Close out of that. 2 years, rip. Can someone get Martin? Started writing this at 7 a.m. the other day. If you rob a bank, you're a criminal. If the bank robs you, it's finance. If everyone robs everyone, it's decentralized finance. Funny. Good example of the popularity of the idea that next cycle is promised to us. The wide consensus. Rising from the dead. Just turned 29. Funny. Hey yo. Oh, chef, know me if Luna's halting. Kobe Azuki. Let's see if there's anything here. Okay. Crypto vet and prominent and a Twitter personality shared a direct message with Zagabon where he asked the Azuki founder about possibly acquiring the project. How much to in the message? Ah, okay. I mean, it's like yesterday. This guy is just really funny. The team was aware of Kobe's offer and was not considering it. Now trading at 9 ETH, now it's at 16. Crazy. Zagabond has since apologized for abandoning crypto funks, Sandy's blah blah blah. Kobe said he would swap the metadata out and make them all ladies. Dude, you can't take this guy seriously. It's funny. Okay, so Yeah, I think I do want to talk about this guy, so I'm going to start here. By the way, I have started a new website that I'm going to host all of these videos on. It's news.niftytools.co. I own niftytools.co, but I didn't want to buy another domain, so I just made it a subdomain. And so, yeah, all of these, all of the transcripts and the videos are going to live here as well in case anyone wants to see it. Hopefully it'll be on AMP soon as well, Google AMP. And yeah, so I'm going to be writing in here from now on. I might make a copy into my Google Docs, but for now it's going to be here. So this morning, well, I should say today, Azuki is back up in volume and trading with a floor of 16.98. An incredible floor. Incredible floor of 16.9 ETH, or ETH to, it's like $40,000. 16.9. I guess it's not because Ethereum has dropped 35,000, or about 35,000. $1,000. With no apparent reason for the floor and volume to rise, because there has been literally zero news or tweets about Azuki since the fallout with Sagabond. I'm not even going to speculate on why this is happening, but instead touch on, speak about thread by, what is it, OX quit, where he discussed Suzuki and what we can do about the situation moving forward. Where he talks about how to move forward. Talk on. Speak about reply. Think reply. Give thoughts on a thread by OX Quit where he talks about how to move forward. Azuki and the road forward. The road ahead. Azuki and the road ahead. Yeah. I like that, but it's kind of what Azuki can do next. Okay. Right? So okay, so I quite simply don't agree with. First things first, let's tackle the largest point of contention. Is Zagabond a scammer? The answer is unequivocally yes. I've seen arguments to the contrary. Both completely ignore the important points. Okay, so this is the first part of what he says. OX quit concludes, well, he doesn't conclude. Maybe he starts with the fact that this guy is a scammer. OX quit. What does he do? His premise is that Vagabond is a scammer because of the fact that he created new identities for each project. He returned from the dead to turn royalties on. What is LR? Made changes to project contracts after he abandoned them for royalties. After he abandoned them, and 3, handed projects but kept contract ownership. Handed projects but didn't fully hand over project control to communities because he kept the contracts in his wallet, in his wallet, in his control. Projects to communities because he kept the contracts under his control. And then 4, heavy, maybe not heavy, serious speculation, heavy speculation. What's the word I'm looking for here? Likely case that he likely used funds raised from the other rugged projects to build Azuki. Right, so those 4 things. Alright, so if he is a scammer, what can be done? If Azuki goes to 0, yeah, we're in a lose-lose situation. Either we score in thousands or we continue to monetarily and set the precedent that he later says that it's OX quit says that it's not, I repeat, not okay to scorn, hurt 5K users, and also continue or continue to support, a scammer. And set a precedent that it's okay as long as you make money. I'm not saying, but they should be aware for the time being, every trade supports someone that shouldn't be supported. What are the alternatives? In my opinion, one way or the other, ownership of the project should change hands. He concludes, in my previous video, previously, it's not video anymore, I said that Zagabond needs to leave Azuki entirely for the project to regain purity, and it looks like, and OX agrees with me here. The best option is for him to transfer ownership of the contract entirely, including transfer of the contract for the project to regain its purity. Maybe regain its reputation. It's positive. And OX agrees with this. However, this could be done peacefully. Fees can be set to 0. But then he lays out 2 options. Either A, Zagabond does this, complies, and transition is made, is completed, or B, a new wrapper, a new contract is made and a new contract is made and the NFTs are migrated to them, to it. But this previous, I also well, maybe I should say then he lays out 2 options to I don't even need to say that going forward. A, Zagabond complies and the transition is completed, or B, the new contract is made and the NFTs are migrated to it in a forceful takeover. While I agree that the that the best solution is for Zagabond to leave, I don't think it's within his personality to do so, to do that, and I don't think there's enough structure set up to forcefully take over the project for the community to forcefully take over the project. That's maybe infrastructure setup. While I agree that the best solution is for Zagabond to leave, I don't think it's within his personality to do that. I don't think he'll personally do that. He'll peacefully do that. And I don't think that there's enough infrastructure set up maybe to peacefully leave. I don't think it's part of his personality to do that unless Azuki tanks. And I don't think that there is enough infrastructure set up for the community to forcefully take over the project. So what's left? The market will slowly decide the fate of Azuki. Right now, is this called a dead cat bounce? I'm pretty sure it is. Dead cat bounce. Temporary recovery in share prices after a substantial fall caused by speculators buying in order to cover their positions. Yeah. It's possible that the rebound right now is a dead cat bounce. And after the end will again slowly keep sliding into oblivion, or that someone in the community or that leaders of the Azuki community come together and they could like demote him in a way. They could like a board of representatives could say that Zagabond doesn't have any authority and they've taken it over. But I mean, in these kinds of structure, like there is no formal. There isn't really a law going on here. Like it's so messed up. Or the leaders of the Azuki community come together and announce that Zagabond has stepped. No. I don't even want to say that. What's left? The market will slowly decide the fate of Suzuki. It's possible that the rebound right now is a dead cat bounce and will again slowly keep sliding into oblivion. I think not giving financial advice here. I don't want to say that even. The market will, yeah, I don't even want to say that. What's left? The market will slowly decide the fate of Azuki. As the, maybe I should say the free market. Influenced by the voices of myself, OX, Quit, and many other, and the rest of the community. Yeah, it's the free market. It's not going to be anyone inside. And the rest of the NFT community. But for now, it could be that Suki is experiencing a dead cat bounce. We'll see what happens in the future. Maybe I should end more poetically. The future, did I say the road ahead? What Azuki can do next. I will end poetically. The road ahead is yet to be determined. Maybe yet to be built. Which path will the market take? Okay. Today, Azuki is back up in volume and trading with an incredible floor of 16.9 ETH, or about 35,000, with no apparent reason for the floor for the floor to rise. There has been literally zero news or tweets about Azuki since the fallout with Sagabond. I'm not even going to speculate on why it's happening. But instead give thoughts on a thread by OK Quit. But instead maybe summarize a good thread, a great thread by OX Quit, where he talks about how to move forward. OX Quit's premise is that Zagabond is a scammer because of the fact that he, 1, created new identities for each project, made changes to each project's contracts for royalties after he abandoned them, didn't fully hand over the projects to the communities because he kept the contracts within his control, and likely used funds raised from those rugged projects to build Azuki. OX Quit says that it's not okay to hurt 5,000 users or to continue support a scammer, as every trade supports someone that shouldn't be. As every trade supports this. Then he lays out 2 options going forward. Either A, Zagabond complies and the transaction is completed, complies, peacefully leaves Azuki, and the transition to the community is completed, or B, a new contract is made and the NFTs are migrated to it in a forceful takeover. While I agree that the best solution for Zagabond is to peacefully leave, I don't think that's part of his personality to do so, unless Azuki tanks. And I don't think that there is enough infrastructure set up for the community to forcefully take over the project. So what's left? The free market will decide the fate of Azuki, influenced by the voices of myself, OX Quit, and the rest of the NFT community. For now, it could be, that's kind of speculation though that I said I wouldn't be doing. The road ahead is yet to be built. Which path will the market take? Well, still 16.9. So crazy. What are other people talking about on Azuki? NFT now. Is there news about Azuki? Blah, blah, blah. In hot water. Well, this has like latest news, recent articles. Okay. Should you buy an NFT? What is it? Crypto. Yeah. Guides, features. Uplift black artists. This is a couple of days ago. Alright. Until we step up and make a change to our own behavior, our community will continue to be taken advantage of. Be better, be the difference. That's a good message. If I find out Zaga is behind Yuga, I'm dumping my ape for whatever I can and never returning to the community. Oh, jeez. Suppose you could burn it. See your point. See, you would have ever tried to make us. I want to say. Yeah. No, I think this is pretty good. About 30, which is 100% increase, nearly a 100% increase in floor since 2 days ago, with no apparent reason for the floor to rise. Actually, let me check. Let me just go back here, check my friend NFT stats. Is he talking about Azuki? Funks are having a pretty serious pump. Few sets. While you were sleeping, beans. Peacefully leave. I agree completely that we shouldn't support a scammer or a project owned by one. And while the best solution for Zagabond is to peacefully leave, yeah, I don't think that's part of his personality to do so. And I don't think there's enough infrastructure set up for the community to forcefully take over the project. The free market will decide. Hopefully, the right thing. So, the free market will decide the fate of Azuki. In the end, the free market will decide the fate of Azuki. Yeah. Okay, there's nothing here. These are all from like yesterday. Okay. That's all for now. 52 minutes. I am wrapping this up, and we'll see you later. Goodbye.